Okay, what is an elimination technique? This is an emotional technique for actors for acting scenes. I'm going to go over it and I'm going to explain it. Simon Blake. Um, I've seen over 8,000 acting classes. I'm very familiar with a lot of different aspects of emotion. I've got 6 different acting books plus all kinds of other things. So check out emotionalpreparation.com. That's my website. Look, the elimination technique is going to be able to help you to identify, both for music and for film, you're going to be able to identify the emotions to activate that are going to be required for that scene. So you're literally going to do these are test runs. So when you're doing your emotional preparation, this is, I like to call emotional preparation, emotional activation, because the last step of emotional preparation is activating that emotion. I don't care where you get the emotion. If you can remember, and if you've had a really good latte, and you can remember how great it makes you feel, and you can get emotion from it, I'm happy for you. And I would encourage you to use what activates you. So whatever activates you, you're going to use, and that's how you're going to be able to activate your emotion. Now, when you're working with the elimination technique, you're going to do your acting scene in a way to be able to find the best emotional range for yourself as the actor for the scene. Now, this is going to be the same for music videos. When you're working with music videos, you're going to be working in a way where you're going to experiment with the different types of abilities to be able to activate those different emotions. So you might have regret, you might have shame, you might have, despair. You might have elated happiness. You're figuring out how to be able to, and where to go to be able to get that single emotional range that you're looking for. So I suggest typically when you're looking at emotional preparation, you're looking at one emotion, you get 5 different ways to be able to find that emotion. You find it, you look to see if you can identify ways that other people have the emotion. You can try that out yourself and see if it activates the emotion. You look in the different ways that you yourself can have that emotion in another 3 or 4 or 5 different ways. You want to really get some different ways. Now, this could be a prior experience. This could be maybe write down 2 or 3 different daydreams of where you're going to be able to get those emotions from. Now, what this is going to do for you is you're working to be able to eliminate what works and what doesn't work for your acting. Both emotions, which emotions are going to work for you, and which actual elements are going to be able to get activated the best for that specific acting interaction. And then you're going to have to see how deep you want to go with that emotion and how long you want to sit in it. And look, every single time you bring in an emotional preparation, let's say you're working on a music video and you need to have, you're doing a Streetcar Named Desire type music video. You have a film set up that looks kind of that kind of style, and you're bursting in with a whole bunch of emotion. You want to be able to make sure that you're matching the intensity of the other actor, and you want to be able to make sure that you're able to. Sometimes when you watch Lucille Ball work, you can really see that George in the consistently, she had to hold up the other actor's energy to be able to really make it work for her. So if you have a lot of emotion, you're going to have to really be able to do that. And the way you do that is the way you do that with a lot of different things, and that is to stay connected to the other actor. You stay connected to the other actor, and you're going to have this incredible, you're going to see that they're reflecting your emotion. And when you then see that, then you know full well that they've received you. And then you still want to still work as hard as you can to receive something from them that it adjusts. So you work with all of these incredible techniques to be able to work with, but you want to work with the elimination technique for acting scenes, which means that you're literally going into the different areas of yourself and you're testing to see what's going to be best for maybe the final 2 or 3 takes of a scene. Now, there's a lot of experimentations that you can do to get your emotions, and I would suggest you're going to work with this possibly for 1 or 2 days before you're working. If you're on a professional set, you're going to get those lists. You're going to get your homework done of what you think could possibly upset yourself. You're learning the art and craft of being able to self-upset yourself. Look, it could be despair, it could be tragedy, it could be something that really makes you laugh really hard. Either it's a comedy, or it doesn't matter what it is. If it's comedy or if it's tragedy, you're still going to find an emotion that's going to really be able to activate that element. So look to eliminate the ability that you can just strike off that emotion. Okay, well, you looked at this emotion, and you know how to activate this emotion already for a scene, then you can strike that off. That's not the emotional range that you need to be able to do that. You look and narrow down several different emotional ranges that you think are going to be. So the first thing to do is nail down about 3 or 4 good emotional ranges for the acting scene. Are those the emotional ranges or frequencies that you're going to resonate with when you before the scene, before you enter in the scene? Are you going to be able to activate those specific ranges? Then you get down what the scene, what is it? Is it going to be this range of emotional influx, or are you going to deal with the next range of emotional influx? Which is going to work best for the scene? Let's say you figure out it's despair. You're working out of a despair. There's an essence of a little bit of a panic that comes from it because there's a reasonable urgency. Don't go too crazy with urgency. And then you're able to then work to be able to activate that, and you activate that specific range. Now you know that you're within the right ballpark or the right emotional range for that scene. Then get more specific with that scene. So go again, maybe the night before you work, then you work through some more of those ways you're going to be able to activate that scene reliably. Are you going to be able to activate that specific emotional range reliably? Do you have 5 or 6 things that are up your sleeve in your pocket that you can just pull out and say, well, I think that this is going to activate that emotion, and you can pull that out and so you can try it for the scene. That's how you're going to be able to do the elimination technique for acting scenes. You literally are eliminating the processes of what you know doesn't work so you can find what does work for your acting. Look, it's a lot of fun doing this videos and stuff. Reach out to me if you need me. Thanks a lot.